Welcome to Numb Bills fan media thing. I'm David Palermo, and the Bills are in the playoffs, facing the Denver Broncos. I was sent a meme or a picture, whatever you want to call it, with the stats of Josh Allen right next to the starting quarterback of the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, who, by the way, plays with Sean Peyton, who's the head coach. And to give you reference point, I remember watching the Saints at a friend's house and a bunch of people over, and the Bills were really shitty at the time, and they just came in and crushed the Bills. And I know it was a long time ago, and there's a reason there's a thing called trauma. But the Broncos did beat the Bills last year with Russell Wilson, who, if you ask the media, sucks. I was going to say sucks, but I said sucked. But you look at the stats, and he wasn't really bad. Clearly something. So, with Josh Allen and playoff McDermott, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I trust Rex Ryan in the playoffs with the Jets more than I do a McDermott team. Call me nuts. Do I believe in the team? Clearly. I watch it. But I can't lie to myself over and over again. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, but I'm sick of it. So, as a Bills fan, this is the most dynamic offense I have ever seen. James Cook is tied with everybody at the top of the list for rushing touchdowns. He has exploded. This is a guy we thought we were getting year one. I thought this is what he's going to be doing. Well, you need opportunity to get on the field. You got to do the work. He's doing it. So, if I was a betting man too, I wouldn't be shocked that Josh Allen rushes for 100 yards. And what I mean by that, if the play breaks down multiple times and it's Sandlot football and he's out there, why wouldn't he run for the first down? It's playoff time. It's a whole new season. That said, Sean McDermott worries me in the playoffs. Always has. Remember going to the Miami game where Skylar Thompson was at the third string quarterback of the Dolphins? And the Bills almost lose. Yes, did Josh Allen have turnovers? Sure. Now, here's what's very interesting. I forgot my notepad, so let me get it. Bo Nix and Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott has a great track record against rookie quarterbacks. And Sean McDermott, schematically, I was stoked when the Bills hired him because he has a progressive thinking defensive philosophy when he was with Carolina. Now, I shit all over Carolina's a dynasty type thing. Like, what are you, stock marketing team, for lack of better words. But defensively, they seem to do all right. Now, this year, we've seen offenses put up a lot of points on the Bills. And it's a little weird to some. At the same time, the Bills have Josh Allen, and again, since Amari Cooper, you have that person for the defense to actually think about, not just our main man covering a light switch over here, Keon Coleman, in his sweet jacket, who made a few plays at the time. Like, that's not enough. And everybody wasn't even snacking. Now, the Bills, including Josh Allen, are making it a point with the PR team to drill it down our throat that everybody eats and it's great for the locker room, for him to say that. And sure, he means it. Everybody does. That's how he is. That's the biggest advantage, I feel like, with the Bills in the playoffs is we don't know what's going to happen. You've got like Mac Hollins, who's making special teams play and then finding space between the zones. And then you go on his Instagram or TikTok and he's showing you how to fix your house. That's pretty cool. I can't complain about the guy. Talk about somebody that came in. I'm like, dude, I don't care about his bare feet. I don't care about your hair, even though we should talk about the hair conditioner situation. Whatever his is and mine is, we should trade some thoughts. I agree. His hair is beautiful. But I don't give a fuck about that or his jacket for Keon Coleman, I should say. I don't care about those things. I care about the play on the field. And it's all cute. But we played to get to this point, and the team has proved themselves this year to take people like me who had questions before the season. A lot of them are answered. But defensively, we don't know what we're getting. I always say with the Bills for years, run first. If I'm looking at this team, how to beat the Bills, run on the Bills first, see what happens. That said, the Broncos don't do that well, and they have 2 interceptions off of tip balls, I believe, going towards the running backs. So if you really think about that, wait, let me take that statement back. I know they have 2 tip balls and interceptions. You know why? Because I just watch things and then I try to repeat it, and sometimes I write it down. Sometimes I don't. And, okay, so Bo Nix, we were on that. I'm actually concerned about Bo Nix because he's not your average rookie quarterback to me. After this game, I'm going to look at this video as what we hope here, and I like to call things out because I'm completely wrong. A lot of times players go off after I shit on them. Ed Oliver, where are you? Had 2 great games, you know? So it's kind of funny how that works. With Bo Nix, can't run the ball, okay. Well, that sort of plays into the Bills' favor a little bit. I still think Sean Peyton is going to try to establish a run anyways. That's just a coaching thing, but I think they should try. Just if I was him. A lot of passes to the running backs, you know, and he's a window, throws in windows. You're talking about a rookie quarterback. You just expect a check down, of course, right? But if you can't throw the ball, what are you doing? Well, or if you can't run the ball, what are you doing? You're going to be throwing the ball to your running backs. Greg Rousseau is long as fuck. Von Miller is a very smart football player, even though I consistently call him a pile of trash. He is. They're great football players. The ball needs to be out quick. I love Sean McDermott's track record. But Bo Nix really is successful against the style of defense with 2 high safeties that Sean McDermott plays. I don't know if you watch Hamlin and Taylor Rapp, but Hamlin's a little disappointing. Micah Hyde will not be active today. He's still in the practice squad, right? The Bills media team loved to make a cool thing about that, and hey, let's finish what we started, and all the Bills fans are gushing, because that's what you do. He's on the practice squad. And then Isaiah McKenzie hops in the comments saying, dog, you're on the practice squad. Kind of funny in the universe of, like, a former player calling out the Bills media, being like, you're full of shit. Anyways, I do wish Micah Hyde was playing. Clearly he's not. As we talked before, Aaron Quinn mentioned to me on Instagram in a comment that he gets stingers every time he made contact last year. And that's a serious thing, okay? You don't want to mess with your neck. That said, why did you hire him to the practice squad? Why? So you can put on a uniform and show him? Well, that makes sense, walkthroughs. Okay, cool. What do I think is going to happen? I think nobody can stop the Bills' offense. Right now, I don't see it happening. But if there is one, it could be Denver. This, I think, is a very tough matchup. Maybe I'm being paranoid, shitting my pants Bills fan, but like I said, there's trauma. Sean Peyton has beat the Bills handily, and Drew Brees, it's not like he threw really far downfield. So if Bo Nix can listen to the coach and work with the coach, and Bo Nix is, I believe, 4 years of starting experience in college. I'm not your college guy. I'm just some fucking guy. Okay? Just go to work. All right. Rookie mistakes. I don't think we're going to see it with Bo Nix that much. I really don't. Don't sleep on his arm strength. We covered that. I'm not. Throws in windows. Now the D-line. You have a defensive tackle that doesn't come off the field. That's pretty crazy. You got 2 DNs that are great in Cooper and Benito. And if I'm even saying the names right, you think I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about? I'm glad you're here. I don't. I just like to talk about who's good. All right, you got Patrick Surtain, a defensive back who's awesome. So there's somebody gone. Who's that going to be? Okay, take Amari Cooper out. We've shown that's great. Take somebody. Take Amari out. Amari Cooper don't care, and I don't care if he gets any balls. As long as the defense is paying attention to him, that's cool with me. Safeties are solid. Okay? I don't think we can complain about Josh Allen and the play breaking down and finding points. I'm worried about the defense. I'm not really worried about the Bills' offense. I'm worried really about the coach and him putting on his man pants and empowering his fucking players and staying out of the way. That's it. But you're going against a seasoned veteran coach in Sean Peyton. I think this is more of a head coach matchup than anything. If you're a Broncos fan, you're happy. It's a great season. If the Bills lose today, it's going to be the most interesting radio you're going to hear. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know where I'm going to stand because last year there was a hit piece from Tyler Dunn, or that's what people are calling it, on Go Long TD. And now this year he's got an exclusive interview with Coach McDermott that I haven't read yet. But this guy doesn't have press credentials, or he didn't at least, tied on to the pressers and all that stuff. If he does, I'm sorry, didn't get the update. Just a little weird. So, I like McDermott, said from the beginning, he's a wrestling guy. You give him time, he's going to figure it out, meaning he's going to identify his problems and work on it. Joe Brady is on fire as an offensive coordinator. I was, of course, like, oh, man, of course, Carolina got... Joe Brady's doing it. Whatever's happening right now, I like it. The players seem to be doing it. I did not like Diggs leaving the team. I thought it was blasphemy. But it worked out. Really worked out. After Amari Cooper. Don't forget that asterisk. It worked out. And I'm glad to see this team evolve. And they're hot now. That said, they've been in... They clinched the division over a month ago. So I'm hoping the team comes out on fire with their head not in their ass, and the Broncos come in and do nothing. That said, stoked to be here inside a house and looking forward to what's going on after the game. Very excited. The Ravens won against the Steelers as we expected. Looks like Lamar Jackson's probably going to get the MVP, which... I don't know what to think. The Bills have no Pro Bowlers. The Bills' offensive line, shout out to that coach, Aaron Cromer, at the O-line coach. When McDermott got hired, I wanted him to retain Aaron Cromer. And Aaron Cromer went to L.A. The team won the Super Bowl year one. Had a comedian, Kevin Elliott. He lives in Arizona. He's from L.A. Diehard Rams fan. And he said, dude, that O-line is trash. They hired Cromer. That season then, won the Super Bowl. Todd Gurley crushed that year, if you remember. When he got back here to Buffalo, it took, is this his second or third year? I think it's his second year with the team. And that tells you if he can't coach, no, I think it's his third, because I believe he had Cody Ford. So if it takes 3 years to get your offensive line to play this good, I think it's a testament to the scouting department on what are you getting for O-linemen? Because we were calling this out a few years ago where you have a couple great pass blockers and then 3 guys built for the run. Where Cromer's O-line, what I loved about it was you saw an incognito. A lot of power just running and fucking everybody up. But Cromer can adjust and make his line more power, more zone, whatever scheme that fits. So again, O-line, it's making this thing work. And the running backs, 3 running backs are playing out of their mind. The rookie Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, fast as fuck. James Cook doing it all. The Bills are in... I really can't believe we're going to bookend this podcast saying it. I'm so excited for the Bills offense this year. I hope this is not the last game. I really, really, really hope they win. And I'm not sure. I wouldn't even know who I bet on to get the most. I think it's the best Bills team to go in if you're playing chess. That's my point here. Defensively, I would pick the Broncos defense, and that's the thing is, how are the Broncos going to make the Bills one-dimensional? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. I've done barely any research myself, frankly. Just looking at Denver and offensively with Bo Nix following through the season, he's not the average quarterback for a rookie. Very impressed, and he takes to coaching. And that's a huge thing. Follow the system. And that's why, when the whole draft happened and the Bills got Josh Allen, we're happy where we're at. But remember, Pat Mahomes, and we're looking at Lamar Jackson now. You can say, oh, they passed on him. Yeah, I'm going to say, oh, you did. the most loaded draft. And I just want Bills trophies. Love Josh Allen, but let's be real here. These guys are crushing. Turnkey, out the box Lamar Jackson. Day one. Good. Right? That said, look at all the Pro Bowlers around him this year. And he keeps getting better. He's getting the reps. He's a threat. But I think the Bills have the most unpredictable offense because they can do it all. And the quarterback isn't just running designed runs. Hated it. Just hated it. That said, go Bills. I have no clue who's going to win. And thanks for following along. If you haven't playing along, there's also some shorts on TikTok and Instagram. And follow on X if you really want to hate your life. I post something every now and then. Trying to not be into the interwebs as much. It's been nice being off social media a little bit. Toodles. I'm your host, David Palermo, and hope they win. Yes. Great.